Welcome, wrestling fans. This is the very first broadcast episode of the American Podcast Federation, or simply better known as the APF. We have invited 16 wrestlers from around the world to compete. My name is Lee Byfield, my partner, Ted Irvin.
Yes, Lee, and these 16 wrestlers will be put into a tournament. This tournament will see who is our top wrestler, professional wrestler.
That is some exciting news. This tournament will introduce wrestlers that normally wouldn't get the chance to shine anywhere else in the world. The first match will kick off here shortly between two guys by the name of Bryan Stevens and another guy who calls himself the Anti-Canadian Eric Jacobs.
Yeah, let's get this action going.
Couldn't agree with you more. Let's do that indeed. Bell has sounded and both men are squaring off in the center of the ring. Already an Anti-Canadian kind of nice.
Ooh, nice quick pinfall and another quick pinfall by Bryan Stevens.
Nice 2 count attempt. Kind of looks like it's frustrating Eric Jacobs with this quick action.
Wow.
1, 2.
Quick falls already start this tournament. Lee.
There is indeed. Now Eric Jacobs was getting
nice
into
spear.
Bryan Stevens trying to go for his
Island Crab?
The submission hold of his.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Got shot by Jacobs there.
Oh, nice pinfall by Bryan Stevens. 1, 2.
Ooh, another pinfall.
Nice reversals.
A little teeter-totter pinfall there going on right now. Stevens just wanting that Island Crab.
Nice roll up by Jacobs from a reversal of that Island Crab attempt. Kick to the gut of Bryan Stevens and throwing him into the corner. Eric Jacobs in to control this match now.
Oh, nature.
And once again, Bryan Stevens reversing it.
Man.
Stevens was throwing Jacobs into the corner.
Irish whip to the other corner. Backdrop.
Jacobs down on the ring mat. Pinfall attempt. 1, 2. Eric Jacobs kicks out at 2. Punches in the corner by Eric Jacobs to Bryan Stevens.
Only 2 minutes into this tournament, we've had countless pinfalls already, Lee.
Trying to prove they are the very best indeed. Nice snapmare takedown by Eric Jacobs for a 1 count. Pulling the hair to get Bryan Stevens back up. Stevens elbow to the gut. Now some more chops. Running into the ropes and kick to the gut by Eric Jacobs. A reverse DDT. 2 count only.
Pulling the hair. Jacobs still pulling that hair.
Jacobs choking Stevens in the middle rope there, but the ref counting that 5 count to make sure.
Yeah.
I personally don't want to see any match end in disqualification.
I don't either. Not in this tournament to decide top dog. No.
Jacobs taking down Stevens with a punch and now a type of chin hold.
Chin hold, knee in the back of the spine.
Looks like Jacobs is trying to counteract Stevens' submissions with submissions of his own.
Yeah, some background on some of these competitors, and found out since we're doing a tournament here. Ooh,
nice pull of the hair to take down Stevens. Pinfall 1,
Jacobs
2.
Is all about this hair.
Kick out by Stevens.
And another knee to the spine.
Pulling him away from the ropes to make sure
nice ring work right there.
Move don't get broke by a rope grab.
Yeah. He just can't. He's not locking it in like he did last time, but he still got that chokehold on.
Stevens able to move around a little bit better this time. Elbows to the gut. Both men back on their feet. Chops to Jacobs.
Well, Irish whip, reverse Irish whip.
Kick to the chest by Bryan Stevens. Eric Jacobs throws Bryan Stevens over the rope, and Stevens just standing there. Nice gut check. Flipping Eric Jacobs out of the ring, and that sounded like it hurt. Eric Jacobs looks like he's in pain outside the ring.
Yeah.
Bryan Stevens in control. Jumps over the rope, springboard onto Jacobs outside ring.
I was gonna say, Bryan Stevens, his tournament record. We figured we get some tournament records in here. He's 4-2 in tournaments. Eric Jacobs is 3-2 in tournaments.
So basically, pretty fair game here as both men finally get back into the ring, and looks like Jacobs is back into control. Maybe Stevens hurt himself a little bit with that springboard.
Yeah.
Clothesline by Bryan Stevens to get back in control, but he looks wore out.
I guess my
Shoulder
theory on
tackle.
the knee and the spine isn't really relevant, but
Went for another clothesline, but Jacobs ducked into.
and then also that adrenaline and Stevens is kicking in, but
Oh, poke to the eye by Eric Jacobs. Some dirty tactics right there. Nice springboard again. Oh, reversal. Another reversal. 1, 2. Oh. Near fall for Bryan Stevens. Eric Jacobs with a punch to the chest, whipping him into the corners. Bryan Stevens for a running bulldog.
Well, you did mention Jacobs is an anti-Canadian. Do you have any insight on that? Or
I do not. All I know is he's from Canada, but he hates Canadians.
Anti-Canadian and from Canada?
I know. Quick roll-up attempt by Jacobs, and only for a 2 count. I'm not exactly sure what the whole deal is. But it's been told that he's the anti-Canadian.
He trained in Seattle. I know that.
Going for another reverse DDT is Eric Jacobs. Bryan Stevens reverses into a roll-up. No.
Ooh, it's Island Crab.
There it is. That's what he calls an Island Crab, and it's submission to end the first match of this tournament. Spectacular first match showing they want to be the top guy in this promotion.
Yeah, man, they showed us a prestigious match right there.
Bryan Stevens was the first to advance into the next round.
Yeah.
Our second match, one already making their way to the ring, and Brian Courageous.
Oh.
And his opponent, who will be making his way to the ring shortly, a guy named Diligus Ludwig, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Diligus? I think it's Diligus.
Just getting introduced to these guys, like I'm sure many people.
I'm sure fans around the world know these two, but there's a lot of people that don't.
And Ludwig, I know, is from Russia, so it could just be a way pronouncing his name could be a certain way.
Soviet Ludwig, right? Yeah.
Could very well be. Both men are in the ring, and we'll get this action underway here.
All right.
Both men tying up in the corner. Diligus, though, showing
some power in this match. A little bit slower.
Oh, a shove to the face. Oh, that made Brian Courageous very mad.
It's a little bit slower than the first match, but they're showing their power for each other.
Again, I was going to say nothing wrong with speed.
No.
Some people wrestle slower than the others, and nice drop kick by Brian Courageous. And Courageous going to the top rope, something we didn't see very much in the first match.
No. Ooh.
And Diligus Ludwig punching him down, turning into a fist fight right now.
On the apron, basically.
On the apron, while Ludwig kind of showing some dirty tactics as he drop kicks Courageous off the apron to the outside.
The ref here, a little lenient in this tournament.
Oh, nice. Ludwig throwing Courageous into the ring steps outside the ring. Nice pinfall attempt. Nope, only a 2 count. That's right. 1, 2, Trode right back for the pin. And now mounting Courageous is Diligus Ludwig and punching him. I myself personally want a clear, defined winner in this tournament.
So, were you the one that talked to the ref?
I was not.
Trying to make sure, because that's a good call. Trying to make sure that
I wish I could take credit for something like that, but I wasn't.
Okay.
But at least maybe somebody else in this has the same idea as I do.
That's good.
Ludwig with another pinfall attempt, but only for a 2 count. A rear naked choke hold right now for Ludwig.
He's trying to lock that leg around his waist to try to get more torsion on there and
suck the oxygen out of Courageous, but Courageous fought out of it.
Can't get that leg locked in, and
Courageous
he still has the chokehold in there.
Brian Courageous really trying to fight out of this chokehold. Elbows to the gut, that will do it, and it does. Only to run right into an elbow of Dilgus Ludwig for a pinfall, and only for a 2 count.
Back to the chokehold there. This is going to wear him down.
Then that could be very well be the way Ludwig was trained. I don't know if he was trained in Russia or if he's just from Russia. But it definitely looks like he was trained to be aggressive, that's for sure.
Yeah. Courageous is on one knee with the chokehold still on him. And Ludwig is just pounding his shoulder with his forearm right now.
Yes, he has that chin or the elbow.
Courageous looks like he's going just wasted right now. He getting a little bit life in there.
I really like how Ludwig has this chokehold. It's legal.
Courageous just kneed him in the gut and got out of that.
And Ludwig throwing Courageous outside the ring. It really looks like those chokeholds are taking its toll on Brian Courageous here. Nightmare takedown outside the ring by Brian Courageous onto Dilgus Ludwig.
My tournament stats. Brad Courageous is 3-6 in tournaments, and Dilgus the Soviet Ludwig is 4-8 in tournaments. I would say that's kind of even.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, Ludwig has a few more losses, but has one more win than Brian Courageous.
Brian Courageous bringing Ludwig into the ring. DDT!
Ooh, that was a thunderous DDT. Ludwig right out of the ring with that.
Which is smart wrestling. Take a breather when you feel the match is slipping away from you.
It's good ring awareness.
And Brian Courageous baseball slide.
Ooh.
Into Dilgus Ludwig, into the barrier outside the ring. Courageous rolling him back in.
Courageous going to the top again.
Tried this earlier in the match. It wasn't successful. And crossbody. Reversed again.
What is Courageous? He got his hand up for some odd reason. What is this?
And a cutter. A cutter by Brian Courageous.
And the pinfall 2-3.
Nice match between both competitors again.
Oh, wow.
Winner of this match by a cutter and pinfall, Brian Courageous.
What a prestigious victory there by Brian Courageous.
I would definitely have to agree with that. Like in the first match.
A little bit slower than the first match.
It was a little bit slower. That is for sure. I'm really impressed with this tournament so far.
Yeah. We do have a few tag team champions in this tournament.
Former tag team champions.
Former. I mean, we don't have any quote unquote champions in our promotion we have right now. But I know Brian Courageous, former 2-time tag team champion, also a world champion 5 times.
The anti-Canadian Eric Jacobs, he's a former 2-time champion.
Stevens might be a champion, but in my notes, has not captured any gold. Any fans out there that knows about Brian Stevens and might know any championships that myself or Lee doesn't know about, please let us know. But yeah, this tournament is full of champions so far.
And not to interrupt you, I am getting word that our next match is about ready to get underway as one of the competitors in Kenny Johnson is making his way down to the ring, and his opponent will be Ryan Baines. I'm enjoying being introduced to these new wrestlers.
Yeah, me too. But I do have my tournament facts, so
I'll probably admit you're one up on me. I'm just
I did
going
a
with
little
what I
research
got
on
here.
these guys when I found out some of these guys are going to be in here. So,
And what we should know with this tournament, yes, they'll won't know their first round opponent until the match starts or they're both in the ring.
yeah.
When it gets to the second round, basically the same thing. We don't even know the brackets.
We know who's in the next round, but the powers to be just like to shake things up.
They've kept the brackets secret to themselves. And I guess we won't really know the full scale of the bracket until we hit the semifinals, or even when those are complete.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the semifinals, but Ryan Baines finally making his way to the ring. To go with your tournament facts, Ryan Baines doesn't have too much tournament. Oh, whoa. Action getting started as Johnson attacks.
Ooh, I quit.
Another aggressive wrestler. Roll up one. No, only a one count. A backslide pin. Don't see that too
Yeah, a
often.
little old school there.
Kenny Johnson definitely showing aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Chopping Ryan Baines' back. As I was saying, Ryan Baines only 1-3 in tournaments.
Yeah, Kenny Johnson is 7-3, so I would actually put Kenny Johnson way above Ryan Baines right now in this tournament.
If I'm remembering right from the other tournament records, Kenny Johnson probably has the best record right now.
Yes, he does. Everyone else is kind of a 500 range, and he actually has a winning record. Yeah.
And I think has competed in the most tournaments too.
Kenny Johnson is in the middle.
Choking Ryan Baines in the middle rope there.
Little Irish whip.
Whipping him into the ropes and... Oh, he went to dive.
But
Ryan Baines moved out of the way.
Hulking up, it looked like.
A little bit there.
Yeah.
Johnson kind of showing some
really
frustration.
didn't do much with that showmanship, but
nice gut attack. Wow.
Ooh.
Johnson trying to get back in the ring. He hangs Baines up on the rope. Pinfall 2.
Ooh, he was outside the ring. A nice awareness by that getting back in the ring, so the ref would actually count the pinfall.
Now you almost got to wonder if the quick aggression that we've at least saw in the last couple of matches could possibly come back and haunt the wrestler in the end. It kind of did with Diligent Ludwig.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel aggression could really help wrestler.
A lot of chokeholds.
It is a common theme, it seems like, at least through this first round of action. Ryan Baines fighting out.
Kenny Johnson is actually, in this tournament, is not a champion. He's actually trying to prove himself to be a champion, which is pretty exciting since the other wrestlers been former champions in other promotions.
Nice drop kick by Kenny Johnson. That's really what this tournament is about.
Yeah.
Trying to prove yourself.
Our head
1, 2.
Chanchos, or whatever we call those head people. Just want somebody to be good in wrestling. So that's pretty nice that we actually have someone that is not a champion and was told he is not championship material.
Well, maybe he can prove everybody that's told him that wrong and win this tournament at least.
Yeah.
And maybe that will lead to greater things in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Some Johnson with his chin hold. Ryan Baines reverses it, setting him up on his shoulder.
Wow.
Yep, electric chair. You called that one.
Yeah.
Definitely don't see that too often.
I think your theory,
1, 2.
I think your theory on Ryan Baines with that quick style kind of wore him out because he should have went for that quick pinfall, but
I don't know if they're trying to attempt a clothesline.
they just keep missing each other with the clotheslines.
I am seeing Eric Jacobs making
What
his
is
way
Eric
to the
Jacobs
ring.
doing out here right now?
It looks like he's trying to start some type of argument with Ryan Baines.
It's kind of hard to make out what he's. They're arguing about where Ryan Baines is wrestled from.
Ryan Baines even looks a little confused.
Anti-Canadian is talking about is upset.
I mean, it would make sense. I've been told Ryan Baines, even though he's from New Jersey, trained and wrestled in Canada.
Yeah, and we got some really good wrestlers from Canada, and I know that Jacobs does not like Canadian wrestling. He does not specify on anything like that, but he's still out here arguing.
I'm being told we're trying to get some referees and security down here.
We need, yeah.
It looks like they're finally getting Eric Jacobs to get to the back. Finally,
Kenny Johnson gets Ryan Baines back in there to unfortunately try to pin him, but just argued with Eric Jacobs for a stupid reason.
Oh, and a spear by Kenny Johnson, but Ryan Baines rolls out of the ring. I don't know if that was knowing where he was,
or that was just a thunderous spear.
It sounded pretty thunderous to me.
He just accidentally hit him out of the ring. He's trying to get him back into the ring right now, but
pounding Ryan Baines into the steel steps. And it looks like that aggressive frustration now setting in for Kenny Johnson.
I mean, I don't know if he's upset that he rolled out so he couldn't pin him, or if he just...
Or that outside interference from earlier, maybe?
Yeah.
Or...
I would be upset with that. I mean, I'm upset right now.
I mean, we're trying to have
as a spectator or commentator right now, and that was a little unfair for Ryan Baines to be interfered.
Oh, and a stunner by Ryan Baines. Both men, though, exhausted. Ryan Baines can't even make the cover just yet.
The ref starting to count, trying to...
The count of 10 to see if maybe...
I don't know what happens if...
Ryan Baines is stirring, though. Pinfall attempt. 1, 2... Oh!
Kenny Johnson.
With the kick out, Ryan Baines now showing frustration.
What a tournament we got.
Ryan Baines, Kenny Johnson in the corner. Ryan Baines going after him. Irish whip into the other corner. And
the splash attempt.
Johnson ducked and now slamming Ryan Baines' knee into the ring post, and again.
Kenny Johnson is just ruthless.
Now Johnson back into the ring. That could be frustration setting in too.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he's trying to prove himself. I guess he maybe expected it to be easier.
Yeah.
And submission hold.
Frustrated with the...
on Baines.
He has a submission hold right
Looks
here.
Like a reverse sharpshooter?
Sideways sharpshooter. Oh!
And Ryan Baines just could not take the pain anymore, which...
That was a nice looking...
The knee getting rammed into the ring post 2 or 3 times before that. I personally don't blame Ryan Baines.
Yeah. He, a little bit, in my opinion, he got screwed in that match by Jacobs.
Eric Jacobs coming to the ring to argue. Not exactly sure
over Petty,
where he's from or whatnot.
Where he wrestled, because he's not really technically a Canadian.
I guess we'll
You said he's from New Jersey, correct?
Yeah, from New Jersey, but trained and wrestled in Canada.
Yeah.
So maybe Eric Jacobs is against Canadian style altogether. I don't know that whole ordeal. I am getting word that our next match, one of the competitors is making his way to the ring right now, and Michael Cage. Michael Cage, one of the next competitors, is making his way to the ring for what sounds like will be our final first round match of this episode.
Oh, we're not Man, that's a little bummer. I was hoping we were gonna get to witness all of this in one episode, but I guess there's just so much.
It's a 16-man tournament.
I was just
Gotta work
hoping to
with
see.
the time we got, I guess. I mean, I personally want more than one episode too.
I was just hoping to see some more prestigious wrestling tonight, right now. But
and if this match is anything like the first three, we're in for. And I guess his name is Michael Cage's opponent's name is Osiris.
he looks a little terrifying right now, to be honest with you.
I'm not even sure what to make of Osiris. He definitely has a look of a cult leader, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Menacing.
I was a fan of Osiris a few years ago, to be honest with you. Watched some of his old stuff, and I haven't actually seen him 2 years or so. He went off the map, and guess this is what we got now.
Maybe he felt he needed to change the way he goes. I don't even think Michael Cage knows what to think.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I mean, Osiris was
Here we go. Let's get the action underway.
a very popular guy with some of the indies over there, and
From the looks of it, I would think Michael Cage would be have more strength of the two, but Osiris showing some strength and throwing Michael Cage across the ring, basically.
He's just...
It looks like Michael Cage got an armbar knocked down with a clothesline by Osiris.
Get in with my tournament deal. I mean, this... I don't know if this is the right time, but Michael Cage is actually 5-3 in tournaments, and Osiris is 1-5 in tournaments.
Looks like Michael Cage trying to... Osiris went for an elbow drop, but Michael Cage moved and a drop kick. Nice takedown by Osiris with that. Chops by Michael Cage to Osiris, and Osiris with a spinning heel kick. Mounting Michael Cage now is Osiris. And forearms across the face is Osiris to Michael Cage, and those look like some painful forearms, that's for sure. Michael Cage trying to get back to his feet. Elbows to the gut is Michael Cage. Chop to the back of Osiris. And throwing Michael Cage outside the ring.
Osiris is going after the attack.
That seems to be another common theme tonight. Seems like in all 4 matches, the action has ended up outside the ring at one point or another. Mounting Michael Cage on that ring barrier. Michael Cage trying to come back with chops.
Yeah. It's
Michael
not really
Cage knew
doing any effect, but...
It's like Osiris likes pain.
Yeah.
Michael Cage trying to he got back in the ring because nice Samoan drop by Osiris. Michael Cage knew he had to be in the ring to win the match. And really.
He tried to get back in there quick after those chops had no effect on him. He just ran back in there.
Pinfall, lazy kind of pinfall attempt by Osiris, only for a 2 count.
Well, so far we've gotten your wish on no disqualifications. Hopefully we can get a clean victory on this one too.
But with how, I guess, dumbfounded I am by Osiris, I guess anything's possible. And sidewalk slam by Osiris to Michael Cage. I am personally shocked right now. I was actually thinking Michael Cage would be, at least from the notes we have, favorite in this match.
I mean, Michael Cage is a 3-time tag team champion.
Just throwing Michael Cage around as Osiris.
2-time champion, but it's looking like Osiris is just throwing that book out.
A German suplex by Michael Cage. Crossface on Osiris.
And just wrenching it in, too.
Could it be?
Is Osiris laughing at this right now?
It almost looks like it. I mean, I can't tell for sure.
Oh, wow.
We're not right at ringside for the match, but he's like laughing at the pain.
It looks like he's actually getting into pain right now.
The way Michael Cage is wrenching back on this.
But, he is fighting it. He is fighting it terribly.
Ref trying to make sure he isn't choking him. Oh, sorry. Oh. I didn't think he was going to tap, but he did.
That was a really thunderous crossface right there. He was in there back. Deep.
The head basically looked like it was almost back on his
spine, almost. Yeah.
The head don't definitely bend that way. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was.
And Michael Cage,
is with that
being said,
I don't know if Osiris's dark side pulled that out of him to get that crossface in there, but
no idea. But with that being said, Michael Cage is our last winner for tonight and advancing the second round of the tournament with Kenny Johnson, Brian Courageous, and Brian Stevens.
Yeah. What a prestigious first episode we have.
8 more competitors in the first round for the next episode in this tournament. And we will find out next week who
will be prestigious.